Hello, thank you for joining me. We're going to have a look at the tarot cards. This is by A.E. Waite and drawn by Pamela Coleman Smith. As you can see, the box is a bit battered. I've had these for quite a few years, used them many times, but even though it's a bit battered, it's still quite a sturdy box. There you go, as you can see, quite well made box. So it's a 78 card deck with instruction leaflet as well. 2 extra cards, one with nothing on it. That's the back of the cards. And that's just a little bit of an advertisement about other decks that they do. This is doesn't say on there who's published it. Probably says in here. This is the instruction manual. I think it's published by Ryder and Company. There you go. There's no pictures in the instruction manual. Well, manual leaflet. Just gives you the details of the cards. It's in English only. And gives you the Celtic cross layout there that you can try. One of the standard layouts. Gives you some information at the back about other decks as well. So, a very basic leaflet or instruction leaflet, very basic. So these are the cards, quite a nice size. You can shuffle them horizontally and vertically if you prefer. No embossing around the sides, so if you wanted to colour the sides you can do. There's a bit of a border around the picture of the card, so if you are one of those people who wants to cut off the borders, you'd be able to do that as well. Not bad cardstock. As I say, I've had these for quite a few years and I have read quite a lot with them, and they're still in good condition. A bit grubby around the edges, obviously, because of all the shuffling things that you do, but otherwise quite good. So I'm just going to show you the major arcana first of all. So we've got the Fool, and his dog. So is he going to walk off the edge of the cliff? So that's quite a standard image of the Fool. And as you're probably aware, A.E. Waite has done a few tarot decks. He was a member of the Golden Dawn, so a lot of these decks are very similar. There's the Magician. A lot of occult symbolism on these decks, and you can see the symbol of affinity just there. And you've got the symbols of earth, air, fire and water on there as well. You've got the lilies of purity and the red roses of love at the top. The High Priestess. You've got the pillars, the cross, the moon, and on a lot of these cards as well, as you'll notice, not on the first 3. It's when we get to the Empress you'll start seeing the River of Life on the cards, running through the cards as well. That's the Empress. You've got a symbol of Venus there as well. Notice she's wearing the robe with the pomegranates on it, and you'll see on the High Priestess as well, she's got pomegranates on the back there. Because it's thought that in the Garden of Adam and Eve it wasn't the apple, it was rather a pomegranate that was given to Eve. But I think that depends on your beliefs, doesn't it? There's the Emperor. There you go, you've got the River of Life there running through. The Ram as well, the symbol of Aries. And the Hierophant. The two monks. And the Lovers. And the Chariot. There you've got Strength. Hermit. Wheel of Fortune. I think a lot of people recognise these cards, they're very well known. I think there's a lot of people probably have this deck or one of these decks in their collection. And as you can see, as we're going through them, there's a lot of occult symbolism on the decks, which you'd expect from someone who was a member of the Golden Dawn. So we're just coming to an end of the major arcana. And the world, or the universe as it's sometimes called in some decks, being the end of the Fool's journey. So I'm just going to run through the minor arcana, and it's got the four usual suits. The first one being the suit of Wands for fire. So that's the Ace. And you'll notice that all of these have pictures on the minor arcana as well, not just on the core cards. So you can pick up a story from the actual card itself. And I think this deck, or these decks I should say, because as I say there's quite a few of them that are very, very similar. They're very good for beginners. It not only teaches you how to read the tarot, but it gives you a lot of the occult symbolism on the cards as well, to give you far more in-depth knowledge of them. And they're a very easy deck to work with. I think it might be one of the reasons why I go back to them quite a lot, because of the amount of information that's on the cards. I mean, even if you look at the back, there's so much symbolism on the back, so much detail in the cards themselves, and in each little detail has a meaning to it. And I'm not going to go into all of them now, because as I say, there's a lot of occult meaning. and it could take quite a while to go into the details of everything, and even on his cloak you can see so much meaning to them. But that's the wands, and the next suit is the swords. And as you can see, a lot of decks are taken from the actual pictures on the A.E. Waite decks, the Rider-Waite decks, or based on these images, I should say. So even if you've not seen one of A.E. Waite's decks before, one of the Rider-Waite decks before, you'll recognise these images from a lot of other packs of cards. And I think that's quite a nice one, because as we all know, this is very much self-inflicted with there, but you can see just there that gap house at the back, very self-inflicted. And that one as well, nightmares, but are they real? That one's not so good, is it? All them swords in his back. A lot of enemies there. But again, you can see all the symbolism on these cards, and the trees, the colours as well have meaning. I mean, if you look at the birds on his reins, or the horse, and you'll notice there's not many of the cards that have birds in the skies. And look at all these symbols on the throne there. And again, you've got one bird, one bird at the top there, symbolising air. Then the next suit is cups, and of course cup stands for water and the emotions. And you can probably see what I mean about all the symbols down here, all around that. The black, of course, on his cloak denotes mystery. And I mean, look at this, all these cups from the past, all full of things there. Got the symbol there. No birds in the sky, as you can see. And here, when you look at all these cups, they're all full of things that have a lot of occult meaning. Like you've got the snake, the head, mountain, looks like it's like a castle at the top, the wreath, dragon, and a lot of things out. And on these cards, I believe the yellow colour is a symbol of coming from the divine. And going back to the Fool card, as you see, the sky is yellow. And on the Magician, it's a colour that continues all the way through these cards. But the amount of symbols on the cards is quite good when you look at them, and you get really in depth into the pictures, and that you can see a lot more. Now then we have the Pentacles. This is the last of the minor arcana, symbolising earth. If you want to find out more about the tarot, join my Facebook group. It's Natural Matrix Therapy, Divination and Astrology group. And of course you can click the subscribe button below to see reviews of other decks. And also, if you like this video, please put a like on there. Share as well if you want. You can put some comments on as well if you want. These are the court cards for the Pentacles. And you can see what I mean about the colour yellow. I say it's coming from the divine, and it's all the way through these cards. And this King of Pentacles, I mean, you can see how much symbolism is on here as well. You've got the pentacle, you've got the ivy leaves as well, which is a symbol of strength. You've got the bull as well, which is an earth sign. Taurus, the bull. And at the top on it, he's thrown at the top there as well. So that's the tarot from Waite and Pamela Coleman. Which I believe is quite frequent, or quite readily available in many tarot stores. So if you wanted to get that deck, you should have no problems being able to find it, either on the internet or in one of the stores in town. But yeah, please click a like at the bottom, leave a comment, as I say, if you want to leave a comment. And if you'd like to see some more of my decks, please click subscribe, and then you'll be notified as soon as I put another video out. But thank you for watching, and take care. I'll see you soon. Bye.